First of all, throw your highlighters in the trash. They are a biological scam. The entire modern education system sold us a massive lie. We were taught that coloring a textbook with neon ink is studying. It is not. It is just arts and crafts. Making a page look pretty does not build memory. It creates a trap. When text is brightly colored and easy to read, the human brain flat out refuses to store it. It rejects the information because the process is simply too smooth. Friction has been completely removed. Reading a book 3 times and painting it yellow feels highly productive. But it is the exact reason why all that information vanishes from your head the second you sit down for an exam. But before I reveal the brutal 3-step blank page method, the one that forces your brain to build memories that actually stick permanently, you first need to understand the cognitive principle that explains why comfortable, effortless studying is quietly weakening your ability to think, remember, and learn. Your brain is an incredibly lazy machine. It is designed to conserve energy at all costs. In cognitive psychology, there's a factual concept called desirable difficulty. It means that for a memory to become permanent, the brain requires friction. It requires a struggle. If you make information too easy to process, like reading a nicely highlighted sentence that someone else wrote, your brain doesn't bother to build new neural pathways. It simply lets the information slide right through. It literally says, "This is too easy. I don't need to spend energy storing this." Memory is not a sponge. Memory is a muscle, and muscles only grow when you tear them. To actually memorize something, you need to introduce friction. You need to make the process of retrieving the information painful. Scientists call this the generation effect. The generation effect proves that you remember data 10 times better if you are forced to generate the answer from inside your own mind, rather than passively reading it off a page. When you highlight a book, you are giving your brain the answer for free. You are eliminating the struggle. And without the struggle, there is absolutely zero memory. You are just wasting your ink. If you want proof of how this works at the highest level of human intelligence, look at Richard Feynman. Feynman was a Nobel Prize-winning physicist. He helped build the atomic bomb, but he was famously known as the Great Explainer. Why? Because he absolutely hated complex jargon. Most people try to sound smart by memorizing big, complicated words from textbooks. Feynman realized that memorizing big words is just a mask for stupidity. He created a simple rule. If you cannot explain a concept in simple English to an 8-year-old child, you do not understand it. Memorizing the definition of a word is not learning. It is parroting. To truly lock a concept into your brain permanently, you have to strip away the academic garbage, break it down, and rebuild it using your own simple words. So, how do you stop coloring books and start building actual brain wires? You combine the generation effect with Feynman's rule. I am going to give you the literal 3-step protocol. Grab a pen. Step 1. The disarm. Read your material once. Then, close the book. Close your laptop. Close the browser tabs. Remove every single safety net from your desk. You are not allowed to look at the source material. Step 2. The interrogation. Look at the blank piece of paper. Write the topic you just studied at the very top. Now, write down an explanation of that topic. But here is the catch. You must explain it as if you are teaching it to a child. You are strictly forbidden from using complex vocabulary. If you are studying economics, don't write quantitative easing. Write the government printing money to buy its own debt. Force your brain to generate the simple meaning. This is the cognitive sweat. This is where the memory is built. Step 3. Find the pain. Halfway through your explanation, you are going to freeze. You will stutter. You will forget a step. Do not panic. This is the most valuable moment of your study session. That moment of frustration is exactly where the gap in your memory is. A highlighter would never show you that gap. When you freeze, open your book again. Look up only the specific part you forgot. Understand it. Close the book. And go back to the blank page. Repeat this until you can explain the entire concept from start to finish without stuttering. Once you can do that, the memory is locked in. Stop trying to make learning easy. If you aren't struggling, you aren't learning. Throw away your neon markers. They are a pacifier for people who want to feel productive without doing the actual work. Staring at a page makes you familiar, but fighting with a blank page makes you a master. Embrace the friction, do the cognitive sweat, and actually build a brain that works.